be on in a minute. I'm just sharpening my blade. Don't fall for his flattering tune. He'll promise you the world until you drink that perfume. It's a highway, highway to the door, and a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies, don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. There's only two ways to make it in this town. One is to be brilliant, the other is to drown. But don't take both drugs all in one go. You can't reach the heavens passed out on the floor. It's a highway, highway to the door, and a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies, don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. If your mama could see you now, if your mama could see you now, topless and upside down, the room spinning around. If your mama could see you now, with the party lines coming out, are you lost or are you found? Are there too many mirrors in this Don't fall in love with the man on stage. I'll be on in a minute and I'll sweep you away. Don't fall for the monsters in this maze, but I could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze. you drink that perfume. It's a highway, highway to the door, and a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullaby, don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. There's only two ways to make it in this town. One is to be brilliant, the other is to drown. But don't take both drugs all in one go. You can't reach the heavens passed out on the floor. It's a highway, highway to the door, and a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies, don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. If your mama could see you now, if your mama could see you now, topless and upside down, the room spinning around. If your mama could see you now, with the party lines coming out, are you lost or are you found? Are there too many mirrors in this Don't fall in love with the man on stage. I'll be on in a minute, then I'll sweep you away. Don't fall for the monsters in this maze, but I could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze. Don't fall for his flattering tune. He'll promise you the world until you drink that perfume. It's a highway, highway to the door, and a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies, don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door.
Hello, welcome in. It's Thursday. Apologies for the late start. I had some tech issues with getting VTube Studio to work. The tracking was being silly, and then it kind of crashed on me. So hopefully it keeps up, and everything keeps on working. But aside from that, it seems to be behaving now. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. But my mouth tracking was doing silly things where it didn't want to track right. And then when I was sitting still, it was going like, and making weird mouth jitters. So I think I fixed it, but we're all good. We're all here. It's Thursday. It's been pretty good. I got sent lizard pics today. I got sent photos of lizards. I got sent a pygmy goanna, and I got sent 2 geckos, and it was very nice. I like lizard photos. Send photos of lizards. DM me lizards. Send newts. Actually, no, newts are amphibians, so don't send me newts because they're not native. Ah, Cassicator, welcome in. Hello to what I presume is your second favorite turtle man. That must explain why you were late to stream. You were saying hi to your favorite turtle man, which meant you weren't here. Understandable. I understand. But yes. In terms of updates, tomorrow, Friday, Sunday, Monster Truck Rally. Friday is send more dudes. I'm in a battle. I need more men. No, so tomorrow, Friday, is over on Liz's channel. We're doing Monster High again. We're dating. Send uwoos. I think you mean send un. I could find the damn redeem. Send un. Get your hands off me. What? Why am I saying this? I don't know why I'm getting my hands off, but anyway. You can't stop me, Mike. I'm virtual. You can't prevent it. I'm in your walls. But yeah, so Monster Prom is Friday over on Liz's channel, and I will do the shout out because I can. Yes, so that'll be tomorrow at the usual times. And oh, that's the other thing, the other news. So VTuber SummerSlam, it's happening. Not next week, but the week after. It's the end of the month, so it's the 26th through to 31st, I think, but because of time dilation and being in the Southern Hemisphere, I think it winds up being like the 26th through to the 1st for us or something. But yeah, we just got the team and all that set up for it today. There's still some other things we need to set up, but we'll be doing that. So that'll be me and Sin and Liz. We've got a couple of ideas we're cooking up. We're going to be doing at least one collab. I'll also be doing some stuff independently to raise money for games outreach, to get money for the kids, to get video games for kids in hospital. So that should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Well, what was it? Oh yeah, Hendrick Beef. There was something else that I thought about recently where I was like, Mike will have opinions on this. Probably, I don't know, Slim Shady being back and being dead again for like the 5th time. No, there was something else that was like a hip-hop thing where I was like, Mike will have opinions on this. But I can't remember what it was. But yeah, by all means, Simpsons reference away. I am of a vintage where I appreciate them. I love me a good Simpsons reference. I love me a good Simpsons meme. They're a finely crafted piece of humor. I will say, on Houdini, they're all negative. I don't know. Are you talking like the hip hop artist Houdini or the actual like escape artist and stage magician Houdini? Because as far as I'm aware, the stage magician Houdini had some questionable parts to his life, but was mostly him being a skeptic and being like, don't give money to mediums and other psychics because they're all frauds and they steal your money. Yeah, I haven't listened to the song. The most recent Eminem song I've listened to is Venom, but with all the bad bits cut out, so it's just him going Venom for like 3 minutes. Oh man, Cassie Couture, I'm not gonna lie, some of the best episodes of The Simpsons are the ones where they go traveling. I do love one of my favorite parts from that episode. I'm pretty sure it's that episode. It's the Japan one. Is the it's the cartoon that causes people to have seizures. We now return to fighting seizure robots. Being a reference to the infamous episode of Pokemon where Pikachu uses Thunderbolt and it causes the bright flashing lights that allegedly caused photosensitive children to have seizures. Downright peculiar. Olympic police have detained the man for further questioning, but they say they do not yet press charges. Protests continue. Downtown federal workers and their families express their displeasure at ongoing auto layoffs. Yeah, clearly Florida man incident. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know enough about the new album. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never really paid too much attention to Eminem aside from the fact that he exists. And like has kind of ridden on Dr. Dre's coattails for a good chunk of his career, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, you all know my opinion of secure the bag by any means. You know, if you've got someone who's going to enable you to go far, why not? Getting there is going to be a pain because I don't want to go through that. So I might go up here first, explore up here. I like none of this instability. I like none of this. Is he the most famous rapper in the world? Like, again, that's one of those tricky things where I feel like that's a bit subjective. Because I feel like there is a particular vintage. Why is my eye tracking going funky again? There's a particular vintage who would consider Eminem like to be the biggest there is, but I also think a lot of people would probably say Jay-Z, but I think that also might just be on account of Beyonce. That's kind of one of those things of like, if you marry Beyonce, then all the Beyonce fans are going to know who you are. Give me a second. Okay, am I no longer... Now I can't blink. What is going on with my tracking today? Now I'm staring at you menacingly. Hi, chat. How you doing? Give me a hot second. Okay, it's doing it again. It's giving chat them bedroom eyes. I don't want to give chat them bedroom eyes. It's not time for that. We haven't had that talk yet. Hang on. I'm starting to think, like, did I bump my webcam or something? It's still doing it. Now I'm asleep. Eepy boy. Hang on. Let me try something, Lee. Why are you still doing this to me? Why are you still doing this to me, VTube Studio? Okay, I think we're behaving. I think we can manage for now. Yeah. Again, thank you, Mike. Oh, actually, it's Metal Hattie. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. You're tricking me now. I've been too inculcated with your behaviors that now people do other things, and I'm like, huh. It's what's that line from the Simpsons? Bart, no. Sorry. It's just what I expected. But how you doing, Hattie? Welcome in. We're playing Pacific Drive. I'm trying to figure out how to get to here without having to go through the dirty irradiated zones. What I might do, because if that might go E7, G1, G3, that's all dark. Maybe E7, G1, G3, D2 question mark. Yeah, that's fair. And it doesn't help that both of your names start with M. Yeah, I gotta drive. I got pizzas to deliver. No, this is my car, my wonderful car. That's also kind of bonded to my soul. It's a long story. Store items in your driving the car trunk, but I mounted the limb shield. Why do I have to store it in the trunk? Okay. Actually, I was gonna do that other drive first. So what I might do is I might leave this off. I might just donk. Did I put my bumper in the thing? I think I did. That's the limb pulse emitter. I got a bumper. I'm pretty sure. I know I do have a bumper, so I won't bother with the limb pulse emitter. Where is it? Insulated pass. Steel bumper. Bumperino. All right, put that on. How are we for gas? Oh, that's blinkers. Hang on. We are mostly full on gas, so I will just top it up a little bit. We are entirely full on gas. How are we for other amenities? We've got a blowtorch. Have we got a spare? Actually, did I swap out a spare? Off-road, off-road, off-road. Want to get married? Look, Hattie, I'm flattered, I really am, but it's not you, it's me. I'm not really at that stage in my life for that level of a commitment. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming for green cards, no. You kidding me? I've seen what things are like over there at the moment. I probably get paid less in America than I do here, to be honest. That's assuming I could get a job in America. Hang on, let me just build some stuff before I go. I am very lucky to have somehow landed in the job I have. Which is one of those very awkward things where I kind of go like, you want an Australian green card? We don't work that way, Hattie. Oh, actually, we kind of do. We do give people somewhat preferential migration treatment if you're married to someone, but we don't do green cards as such. I don't actually know what we do for people coming in wanting to work who are married. I know our migration system's kind of interesting. We use a point system where to let people into the country, we go, do you have sufficient points? And based on certain things about you, we either add or deduct points. So having certain qualifications, so like, are you a doctor or something? Having certain, like for instance, if you have previous criminal convictions, that can be a negative. There's some other weird ones as well, like money. If you have a certain amount of money, they give you preferential treatment, which is kind of stupid, because apparently that's one of the loopholes that was identified that people are actually exploiting, where they would be like, cool, I'm going to come to Australia and I'm going to bring all this money, and we'd be like, yay, great, money, come into our country. And then they'd like move here and then send the money back home. So it's essentially, we would let them in on the premise that they would be bringing money into the economy, but really they don't actually bring any money into the economy. And we kind of go, huh? But where's the money we were promised? But yeah, that's my limited knowledge of immigration in Australia. Having lived here, I've not actually had to migrate. What am I doing? Where's my plan? I have spare tire, I have repair stuff. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's rock and roll. Hang on. I need to put in my destination. All right, we're going up here. All right, cool. Apparently we're going there. E7. Oh, that's right. I have the new go-kart steering wheel. It's kind of weird. Where is my headlights? Headlights is not X, it's not C, it's Z. There it is. I always forget which one's which. Oh yeah, so I was falling asleep at my desk the other day. It may have just been because the office was warm and I was cold that morning. But I'm honestly genuinely concerned that I have narcolepsy. Because I was like falling asleep at my desk and not even realizing it. I'm just like, Jesus, I'm really glad I don't have to drive like substantial distances in real life. I generally worry. I'm like, if I have narcolepsy, I would not be wanting to drive. And I'm not a morning person in the first place. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Today in things that may be concerning Ando. Deeply concerning. Well, it's true, I am an ectotherm. I don't like being cold. I despise being cold. In fact, it's gotten very cold here lately. Like, just very suddenly it went from being kind of pleasantly like autumn weather, where it's kind of cold but not too cold, to suddenly being like, oh no, it's fucking cold. Fuck off, abductor. Involved logbook.
Oppie, I gotta ask. Were you around when the old wall was nearly breached?
You want to know if I was
Oh,
involved?
damn it, there goes my flare.
I mean, sure. No one knew more about where anomalies came from than you. Heck, I mean, you know, the only reason anyone knew anything about anomalies was because of the research branch that you
Stay away from my car.
Yes, and we developed ways to prevent anomalies, not create them.
You can't prevent something if you don't know where it's created in the first place.
So you did pick up a thing or two around us scientists.
I'm curious, so because they keep saying Tobias isn't a scientist, so I'm kind of like, well, what is he then? Like, what is his job? I need scrap metal. That's fine, I can pick some up. But yeah, no, I decidedly am an ectotherm.
All I know is, I didn't give two craps about anomaly prevention. You fought uphill the entire way.
Never thought I'd see the day where you'd sugarcoat
Is it-
anything coming out of your mouth.
Is it,
The Harmonic Disruption Research Lab was an
is it,
failure.
lagging a little
I
bit?
wasn't involved, but I
Let me know
stood
if it
by
is.
and let it happen. By that point, the
I'll keep an eye on
was
it.
in a bad way. Either it found a breakthrough and justified the government resources it was sucking up, or the entire project was put down. Everything depended on this technological quantum leap that evaded us for decades. In response, all good sense went straight out the window. For every wonder pulled out of thin air, limb technology conjured increasingly greater horrors. But it was done in the name of progress. We were powerless to stop it. The Harmonic Disruption Research Branch was all I could do to soften the atrocities Arda unleashed in the name of progress. I tried to clean up my mess, but I failed.
Yep, they'll do that. Okay, well, we'll just agree to keep an eye on it then, shall we? All right, reverse, reverse, reverse. That's one thing I wish was an upgrade in this, because there doesn't seem to be in the list of potential upgrades. Is a like a better gearbox for better reverse speed, because that's the one that I find gets me sometimes, is where I get into situations like that where it's like I need to back out of this, and switching into reverse is not quite fast enough. And there are gearboxes that do that, like hydromatic gearboxes and stuff like that can go as fast in reverse as they do forwards. Which is kind of fun. And believe it or not, it has been made use of in the past. What is it? The French Panhard ERB. Actually, a lot of the French Panhard armored cars did it. They have the same reverse speed as they do forwards. And the Swedish STRV 103 does it as well. To the point that both the STRV 103 and the Panhards have a second driver allocated, literally just to drive them in reverse. Because they go so fast in reverse, it's like we need someone who's actually looking. And, you know, actually steering. Because we can't expect our main driver to be steering us in reverse. I had a thought, but I've lost it. Ectotherm. Yes, it's been cold. Hence why my brain is so slow, and I hate it when it's cold. Because I have this unfortunate quandary, right? Of like, feet are cold because have bad circulation to feet. So feet are cold. Put like socks or slippers on, right, to make feet warm. Feet become warm. Feet start to sweat. Feet become sweaty because feet are now moist. Feet are no longer warm, and feet become cold. How does one resolve this quandary? I go back to having cold feet and being miserable. Today you have learned more than you needed to about Ando's feet. Any further information will require monetary compensation. Also, new engine on this thing absolutely fucking slaps. I forgot that I put a new engine in, and she goes. I can put a new engine in the Como, put a straight pipe on it. Brrr. Can you pay me for less information? Sure. It's like those, you know, those people who do the whole busking thing, the like, will pay me money to stop playing. Oh yeah, speaking of cars and things, there's a guy on YouTube who does I don't know what game it is, but it's like a driving sim. But he does videos on like meme videos about stereotypical Australian driving behavior. Like, you know, average Australian tradie in a ute, like average Australian postal worker, you know, average Volkswagen Golf driver, etc. They're all pretty funny. But the one he came out with a couple of weeks ago that I like was actually genuinely impressed by is he's made a map for this driving sim. I don't know what driving sim it is, but it's a map of up like near the national park up near Sydney. A place that is affectionately known as the Nasho. And it is very fond with a lot of people who are into motorsports, people who drive. Because it has a rather, I don't want to say, it has a series of somewhat winding roads, through quite nice scenery, but people who like to drive particularly appreciate the roads, because they're considered to be enjoyable to drive on. Again, not a driving person, so don't really know about it from that perspective. But I appreciate the fact that he's gone as far as to make a whole, like a substantially large-scale map just for like, hey, appreciate the what is considered to be one of the main like motor enthusiast spots in Australia. So if I was into driving games, I would be very tempted to get it and play it on stream and do stupid shit. Just, you know, get me, you know, a 96 Commodore, put a straight pipe on it. All right, where are we going now? Going down here. Here. All right, we're gonna go up here, take a left. How are we doing for fuel? We are eating up the fuel a bit, but that's okay. We can manage. We have quite a few fuel tanks. Did I fill my external fuel tank? Oh no, I filled the whole thing because it's a communal tank anyway. Should probably siphon more. Actually, I probably should have bought my large fuel tank. Did I bring my large fuel tank? Did I put it in the... I don't know. I can't remember. Welcome to Alzheimer's with Ando. That car is pink. Oh, there's two of them. Fuck off. I will say pink is a color in my painting repertoire that I mean to use more of. I can just never find... I mean... Can I justify painting Emperor's Children? Probably not. But pink's one of those colors that I can never really quite find that much of a use for. Oh, there's radiation. Hang on. Damn it, I missed. There we go. Dealt with. Yes, my current painting project, which I was a little bit tempted to try out on stream tonight, is I have a couple of witch elves that I'm painting up for my Mordheim warband. So I want to get them on the table before our campaign ends. Because our campaign was supposed to go through till like October. But the guy who's running it basically said because of life commitments he's cutting it short, so we're going to finish in August, which is fine, but it's still one of those things where like that's realistically 6-ish games because we're well, it depends. We can play more, but we only have 2 that count per month, so begone circular saw. Oh look, more dudes. Bonk. Problem dealt with. But yeah, after that, I'm not really sure what my project will be. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying and I'm struggling because this is the thing, right? I am a serial flibbity-gibbet when it comes to projects. I will find a new shiny thing to distract me. Oh, it's all covered in the gross stuff. I hate that. I hate that. Hang on. Impact hammer. Where's my crowbar? 5. Bonk. Yeah, that lagged a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, so I am constantly drawn between, you know, the new shiny thing. And it isn't even necessarily a new shiny thing, but it'll just be my mind, well, again, it's not necessarily broke though, Mike. Like sometimes it's stuff where it's just, I see something. Oh, ow, that guy was sticking through the ground. That's what was going on. I see something that inspires me, and I'll already have the materials to do it, so I'm just like, oh cool, here's another thing to distract me. like, I already had a bunch of dwarves, so I built like a dwarf warband as well. I'd actually built them for Warcry, but I've kind of been like, hey, I can repurpose these for Mordheim, but it means that it distracts me from getting my other stuff finished that I wanted to get finished. And I'm trying to be better with actually finishing things, because one of my other bad habits is I start things, get them to like 70-80% done, and then never actually call it finished. I do the what was his name? My brain's saying Mozart, but that's wrong. Monet. The painter Monet, he was infamous for like tinkering with paintings. Like he'd start a painting and then keep working on it for like 20 years sort of thing, to the point that he reputedly, I don't know how true this is, this might be an exaggeration, but he reputedly would like go into art galleries to which he had already sold paintings and like start painting, well, not painting over, but like making adjustments to paintings he had already sold, because he'd be like, I've thought of how I can make it better. So I kind of do that a little bit, and so I've kind of been like, hey Ando, maybe you should actually start, you know, finishing things. I'm feeling like maybe I shouldn't leave this car idling as much now that I've got the improved engine. And like, again, I have actually been making some headway in this. I have actually been finishing things. Like, the main reason I was able to even participate in this Mordheim campaign was because I had the Corsair warband that I'd already built for Warcry. And that was something that I had been like, hey, Ando, actually finish this. I guess, I mean, the painting of Jesus wasn't half finished. It was a restoration. And restorations are sometimes a necessary thing, because, yeah, paintings incorrectly cared for, oil paint cracks, and also, this is the one that I find kind of interesting to see, is that, so when you finish a painting, in theory, and this is true for miniatures as well, in theory, when you finish a painting, was it half finished? I mean, she did something to it, but yeah, normally in theory, what you do is you finish your oil painting and then you seal it with something. So back in the day, it used to be like a shellac or something like that. But because a lot of the varnishes they used back in the day were organic based, they tend to oxidize, which is why you get that yellowish patina on top of paintings. And also because of the fact that, like, these things were often hung in art galleries where, you know, we didn't have electric lighting, and so there was, you know, environmental contaminants from gas lighting, or from, you know, just the fact people used to smoke in public. Like, that used to be a big consideration. Time to get irradiated. Give me that radiation juice. So yeah, restoration is like an actually important thing, and I'm always impressed by the people who have the skills to actually do restorations on stuff. But I will say the one that is deeply satisfying when you watch people do restorations is when they remove the old lacquer, because there are some that turns bulb into, no idea what it turns it into. Lead platelet? Oh fuck yes. I've been needing lead platelets. Give me all my bulbs. Have I got any more bulbs? Can I craft some bulbs? Bulb. Need bulb. I see. My brother has a similar thing. Well, not quite, but a good chunk of my sister-in-law's family are very into like folk music. My brother is musical, but he is not into folk music. Oh, wait. What does it do? Bulb into lead plate. Why doesn't it want my bulbs? Or is it the other way around? Does it want lead platelets? Fuck it, I don't care. It's probably not that much of a doc's corner. I can't bother looking up premier restorers in Australia, so you're probably safe. Mike Huntington Smith the first. Yeah, it's definitely impressive seeing seeing paintings with the that you expect to be a sepia color, having the lacquer removed and actually showing that, oh, this thing's actually colorful. It's a tree. The same with the whole thing about traditional like medieval and ancient Greek art. Ah, much smaller country in Europe. I see. I see. That doesn't really narrow it down for me because, you know, there's a lot of much smaller countries in Europe. What is this? Is this a graphical glitch? It is. Alright, chat, wish me luck. I'm gonna step on this. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I thought it was just gonna be something I could stand on. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I should have done that. Yeah, I don't know. See, Mike, that's where you might wind up with some art of, shall we say, questionable provenance. But yeah, I don't know. This is the thing that's tricky about art, is and I'm gonna go on a rant here, the fucking art market. Well, actually, you probably already understand this, Mike. The art market is a fucking rort. It is. The system is so absurdly rigged. Well, that kind of lagged out. I should probably... Una momento, 1 hot second. I want to see how my graphics card is doing. What's that word called? Task manager. I'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, but yeah, the whole art market's kind of a rort because it's basically people with enough money gaming the system so that the artworks that they buy never lose value. I'm hearing a storm coming. Well, not never lose value, but more or less it becomes a case of look at all these paintings that I've inflated the value on and watch how I am able to essentially maintain my wealth by selling those forever and ever. It's like diamonds. It's the same principle as diamonds. To induce artificial scarcity, and in doing so, inflate the value of your asset. Yep, there's a storm coming. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like talking about money all that much just because it's one of those things that, A, people get touchy about it, but B, also, I just get so in my own head about it. Because it's the same with investing. Like, I look at investing and some of this stuff I look at it and go, I feel like I could actually probably do okay at this. But there's just so much stuff that I'm like, if I am not careful, I will hyperfixate, and that will not be a good thing. The other thing is I am such a tinkerer that I would have to be careful to not constantly tinker with things. Because, brakes on, getting the gas. Sky Natsume, welcome in, how you doing? My name is Takame Ando. Oh, what is that? It's a sticker. I am playing Pacific Drive. We're in the middle of a storm. Hopefully you can hear me better now that I'm back inside the car. We're just gonna run down here and grab this orb. Oh, fuck off, Electric Man. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Hate you, Electric Man. Damage on the car is minimal. Very good. Gas, gas, gas. Yeah, well, it depends. I get that, Mike, that it's supposed to be easy if you're patient. There are a couple of things that I get a little bit caught up in, for a variety of reasons. Again, I know it's in theory easy, but that's the problem. It's the in theory. And I feel like I probably actually could be very good in that regard, in that I am quite good at just letting things run. Like, I'm pretty good at just setting something up and being like, cool, I've done it, put it in the box and never look at it again. Thank you, yes, the sharp chompers. They were actually one of my main design requirements. I wanted the pointy teeths. Because who else has them? Someone else has them. Was it... I'm trying to remember. I'm blanking on her name. Mermaider. That was it. Mermaider was the main reason why I was like, I want the sharp teeth. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, my design was inspired by a variety of different things, but yeah, I thought the pointy teeth would be an interesting kind of visual item. Shorting stock, yeah, exactly. But I got kind of bitten back in the day, so anyone not from Australia might not get this. But my parents being, I wouldn't say necessarily particularly bougie. Actually, hang on. Flare gun. I haven't actually seen Kaiju 8. I've heard about it. Is it good? Let go of my car. Yes, go chase the flare. Yeah, I haven't seen Kaiju 8, so no, it was not a direct inspiration, but like, is it good? I've heard okay things about it. Give me all that scrap. But yes, getting distracted once again. My yeah, okay, I'll give it a look. I'll be honest with you, I don't keep up with that much anime nowadays just because of time pressure, and manga much the same, in that I run out of time to keep up with everything. So if the manga is a bit of a drag, then yeah, I might just try the anime and see how it goes. But I'm glad to hear it's definitely worth a watch. Stay away from my car. Threatening an alien with my flare gun gat. Oh, he found it. Oh, he found something and he's very angry about it. But yes, so somewhat bougie story about Ando's childhood. So my mum came from a not particularly wealthy background. She was the middle child of 5 of a very working class family. My grandmother was a dressmaker. My grandfather was a construction carpenter, and qualified master builder. But yeah, not exactly a wealthy upbringing. And my dad actually came from a pretty middle-class family, but my grandfather grew up throughout the Great Depression, like, not having shoes and stuff. So he's one of those guys who, I don't actually have a bear-killing gun. There are, at least as far as I'm aware in this, no actual weapons. Most of the way of dealing with the alien, well, not the aliens, the anomalies and stuff is about distracting them or other things. But yeah, so parents, when young Ando, and also they did this for my brother as well, when we turned, like, I think 12 or 13, they gave us some money, and by some money I mean, like, it wasn't a huge amount. It was well, it was a huge amount when I was like 13, but it was like $200 or something like that. And they were like, we're gonna invest in stonks. Exactly, shoes are important. I'm a guy who, me and my brother are opposites in this. My brother is a hobbit, and I don't mean size-wise. My brother hates wearing shoes. Any opportunity to not wear shoes, he's all for it. I'm the opposite. I never go outside barefoot. I love me some shoe protection. I love me some enclosed footwear. But yeah, parents gave us money and were like, we're gonna go down to our bank and we're gonna talk to our guy at the bank who we knew, who was like a family friend sort of thing. So it's like a kind of a trusted person sort of thing. It's like, we're gonna talk to them about investing and we're gonna like get you kids some stonks. Because it was just about the idea of like, here's some money for you to spend responsibly and, you know, learn about, you know, spending money responsibly instead of just spending it on, you know, Beyblades or whatever I was in at the time. So yeah, I did that. But silly Ando, on the recommendation, so I invested in two things, right? On the recommendation of guy we went to visit, which seemed like good calls at the time. And the two things I invested in was Qantas, which actually did okay, and Telstra. And this was right after Telstra had been privatized. And so everyone was like, yeah, Telstra's going to do real good now that they're privatized. Their stock fucking tanked. Their stock went from like $4 or $5 when I bought it to being like worth like $1. Like it went out the arse. So I've always been a little bit bitten by the whole, oh, just get stonks and wait for the dividends, because yeah, I made fuck all of those Telstra shares. And as a result, it has left me eternally bitter against Telstra. And also that slippery bastard Sol Trujillo, for ruining the damn company. So people outside of Australia won't know what that means, but I'm sure Mike will. Yeah, see, NFTs though, NFTs are garbage. NFTs are NFTs are literally a scam. I say this with no sympathy whatsoever. NFTs are literally, and it's the same with a lot of the AI stuff. It is literally, they're just trying to sell them before people turn around and actually realize how worthless they are. There really is no value in NFTs. NFT was a technology that could have been useful. It's the same with crypto. Like, crypto is actually a useful technology. Because the purpose of the blockchain is the fact that each successive link in the blockchain verifies itself. So for financial things, that was actually a really big deal, because you can basically continually verify like like a ledger. So you could have a record of bank transactions that no one could falsify, because of the fact that it would be constantly like self-referencing. Crypto's normal. Again, the problem with crypto, and again, I don't have a huge problem with crypto. The problem with crypto is just that it's overinflated. It is overinflated because of the fact that people just mine it. And so sometimes the value of crypto is not reflective of its actual value as a useful unit. If that makes sense. Also, I should point out, this is just me talking. For Twitch purposes, none of this is financial advice. Is my boot open? think it is. No, it's not. Okay, then why is it saying it is? What? Oh, dead end. Fuck off. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. I should have paid attention. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Wait, is there no way to get out of here? Prepare, deep zone, prepare for the crossing. Yeah, again, it can be worth it, but it's just one of those things of, like, it's like any sort of, overinflated stock. Again, it's like any of the meme stocks, like GameStop or whatever. Just because the price has gone up doesn't mean that it actually reflects the value behind it. You know, again, at worst, sorry, at best it's overinflated. At worst, it's actively a Ponzi scheme. A great example would be there was a company in Australia back in the day called Firepower. I think their actual name was Firepower United. And they were set up by this guy, and their whole product supposedly was a bunch of additives that you could put in your car to reduce fuel consumption and increase engine performance and engine lifespan. And they got a lot of like big investors who bought into them, and this guy who ran the company became one of the richest men in Australia. And like again, this guy got really rich, and it basically came out after like maybe 5 or 6 years eventually that there was nothing behind the company. Like none of their technology worked. It was essentially a sugar pill. Like they could not, like, you know, they didn't make your car run better. There was nothing behind it. And yeah, like it basically turned out that it was like a complete house of cards, and this guy had Ponzi schemed like everyone. And I'm talking like big investors, like I'm talking like major banks and major other like financial gurus in Australia who were like, oh yeah, like this is legit. This guy's the real deal. Relightable flare. So yeah, it got a little bit silly. So that's why I'm always a little bit dubious about, you know, when something seems a little bit too good to be true. Because he got caught out on it, but then he fled the country. I don't think he actually went to jail for it. I think he ran away to like Spain or somewhere. It's the same with that one in the US, the one that did the blood tests. That again, their technology actually didn't exist. It was all made up. I think I found everything I need to find up here. The point is, sometimes the value of a product isn't actually the product, it's the value of what someone says the product is. Vlad Dracula? No. I can't remember the name of the company. I remember it eventually. It was like oh, like Quantitum or something like that. Yeah, the lady who ran it was really weird. She was a wannabe what's his name? Steve Jobs, to the point that she did the whole like wearing black turtlenecks, and which is cultural appropriation, by the way. But she did the whole like wearing black turtlenecks, intentionally like lowering her voice when she spoke, because supposedly that made people treat her more like an authority. Like, yeah, really, really weird stuff. Oh, petrol, I like that. I'm gonna come back and steal that. What's in the dumpster? But yeah, the whole company she ran was based off of a lie, basically. The technology that the company proposed to have did not exist. And it actually led to their chief scientist, who was a really good guy. He had a mental breakdown and eventually did not survive. Let's put it that way. Yeah, exactly. It's also really annoying because, like, I know it is a thing. Being someone with a somewhat deeper voice, I do recognize that it is a thing that people tend to consider you more credible if you have a lower voice. It's still kind of annoying, in the sense that people do it on YouTube. People will do the voice on YouTube. You know the one I'm talking about. It's usually when they're doing some like true crime shit or whatever, where they'll be like, "Hello, chat, and welcome to today's true crime documentary. Today we'll be looking at a crime that was both nefarious and insidious, and will leave its mark upon the society we live in for years to follow." Not the critical, not the critical. Not the critical. If anything, Charlie kind of... It's funny. Charlie speaks in less of a monotone than he used to. Because I used to watch a lot of his older stuff before he streamed, back when he just did silly video game stuff. And like his old tone of voice was very much just a very monotone, like, "What's up, everybody? This is Critical. Let's do this shit. You know, I'm playing Project Winback for the Nintendo 64. Let's do this shit." But no, like, people do this very deliberate, slow tone of voice with a very particular amount of vocal fry. They very much try to have that "welcome to the crime podcast" like vocal fry. I fucking hate it. I despise it. I'm kind of just like, talking your regular voice, please. Like, I know you're a 17-year-old from Wisconsin. Stop acting like you're a detective who smokes a pack a day. See, I don't want to say apathetic. I am indifferent's not the right word either. What's the word? I need a word. Actually, this is tangentially kind of associated. So, Critical does Critical. I don't really care. Like, I'm just out here trying to do Ando. As I've said before, my position is secure the bag. He's securing the bag, so cool. Like, do what you do to survive under capitalism. That being said, one thing I do actually kind of respect about him is the fact that he does do that whole thing where he will just say a bunch of words. It's streaming, saying a bunch of words. No, but like he has that ability, and it's probably through practice, but the ability to be like, you know, I made a bit of a slip up. I made a bit of a goof. A misstep, you would say. Like, he has a very good vernacular in terms of, like, pulling out synonyms, which can be very useful when you're on stream if you have a brain fart, like I often do, like I just did, where I go, what's the word? He's very good at pulling out just different words to fill space, which I think is actually a useful skill, and it's one I would like to enhance. But as for his content or whatever, I'm kind of like, like, do him. You know, it's the same with I don't really yes. Whoopsie, I may have made a little fucky wucky. Ooh, is this petroleum? Is this, do I perhaps smell gasoline? Hang on, where's my flare? Yes, there is fuel. Alright, bring up the car. Alright, we're off-roading. We're going to get that gas. Gas, gas, gas. Ooh. Oh, did I just lose a door? I think I did. Why are you sliding down the hill? Damn it, Carl, why are you sliding down the hill? And also, why can I not get the fuel pump? Anyway, hang on. Let me try and do some maneuvering. Alright, we come up, we turn left. Ow. Frustration. Frustration. Ah, yes, the weird card game. Card game, car game. Weird car game that's not being compliant. How you doing, Noodle? Up. Actually, while you're here, can I borrow your wisdom, Noodle? So, I think I made a little bit of a oopsie. I need advice from Noodle Sensei. Once I put this gas in this car. Ah, inside out. Oh, yeah. I was like, my brain went inside out too. But wait, aren't they up to like the third one of that? But no, I was wrong. So this is like a dead end, right? Is there a way out from dead ends? Is there a way to get out of here? There doesn't seem to be exactly a little bit of a goofball, a little bit of a silly mistake. So I can't go up there. I can't go there. Can I teleport my way out? I have enough teleport juice. I have lots of teleport juice. With the, give me that who's. Give me the who's. Oh, you son of a bitch. Who's, get out from under the car. Yeah, oh, son of a... How? Yeah, the emergency teleporter is, an interesting piece of equipment. Also, why is my door white? Oh, no, that's just a random door. That's not even my door. There's my door. Yeah, how did you never run into a dead end? I run into at least 2 dead. Give me the who's. Yeah, there we go. I can ask why a door is white, Mike. I can ask what it's doing in this neighborhood. This is a good turtle neighborhood. We don't just allow white doors around here. Yeah, but I'm. How is? Give me your non-spoiler review of Inside Out 2, Noodle. Is it worth catching up on? Because I ain't gonna lie, I've kind of fallen off keeping up with movies. The latest movie I saw was Dune 2, and that's about it. I don't know. In the past, like maybe it's since COVID. In the past 4 years, for whatever reason, I've not really been able to keep up with movies the way I used to. Okay, cool. Car is full of gas. Oh, I know what that white door is. I know what that white door is. That is, in fact, my door. That's my door off my boot. Ah. Am I out of battery? I'm out of battery, aren't I? Am I in one of those places that drains my batteries? Time to give him the old zappy zap. It's just ain't Ando's day. I swear, every time I play this game, it's either a phenomenal run, or it's Ando just making an absolute schmozzle of himself. And I think this one is a Ando making an absolute schmozzle of himself. Oof. Anyway, I'm gonna... How far in the game am I? I have to go to the deep zone crossing. I'm not going there right now. I was doing another run just to get supplies. And then we were going to do the deep zone crossing run. I was also waiting for some of the instability to subside. Also, while you're back, Noodle, how is Inside Out 2? Is it worth catching? Because I'll admit I haven't really kept up with movies and stuff since COVID. I will attempt to have fun in the deep zone. Actually, where's my... I'm gonna try this thing out. I have no idea how this thing is supposed to work. You know, the orb has gone elsewhere. Yeah, okay. That's understandable. Like, so long as it's not a bad sequel. Because I thought the first one was fun. And it definitely had a heartfelt message. And I also kind of liked that, again, like, the moral of the story was like, well, two things. It's okay to be sad sometimes, and also it's okay to like people who aren't necessarily you. Yeah, no, I'm glad it's a good sequel. Because when I first read your post, I was like, Inside Out. Haven't they done a bunch of those? My brain was thinking Despicable Me, because my brain is stupid. I think they're up to like 5 Despicable Me's at this point, not including Minions nonsense. Let's fix that tire. But no, I'm glad it was good, because I also remember a lot of people were saying that like Pixar had kind of fallen off in recent years. But yeah, I'll definitely have to make time to give it a look. I was going to go see Furiosa, but it's not in cinemas anymore. Because it got pulled because it didn't make enough money. Because, I don't know. 4 Despicables? Yeah, no, I agree with you. The first Despicable Me is good. I will stand by that. Much like Transformers, the first film is good. But everything after that has been dog water. And not even, like, acceptably dog water. So I can go through here, but it takes me to a dead end? Is that it? Why is that saying dead end, do not enter? I was able to get out. Dead end, do not enter. Why is it saying everything is a dead end? Is everything out of here a dead end? I don't understand. Oh, actually, no, to be fair, Avatar, I have, those are the two I have not seen. I have not seen Bumblebee and I have not seen Rise of the Beast. I heard Bumblebee was okay. Well, okay to good. Yeah, fuck it, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, but see, this is the thing, Mike. We all know this is a safe space here. You're allowed to act like you hate women, even though we know you don't, but we'll hold it against you anyway. You're allowed to make a fool of yourself. But it's also the fact that, like, that's the way Hollywood works. Hollywood is all about that it girl, right? It's always the way it's been. They get one people, cheap viewers that get banned, get the fuck out. Yeah. So it doesn't hold the sequel curse. Yeah, I feel like that's okay. The things I heard about Bumblebee was its biggest. Well, I've heard the two biggest faults of Bumblebee was one, not enough. Like they put Optimus Prime in there a little bit, but they could have done more. And the other one was that kind of they set up some really good stuff. Like the cast was good. They liked the whole thing with B and the girl. And then they've done basically nothing with it since. Like they went, oh cool, Rise, like we're not going to return to this. Personally, I am. Maybe I'm a dissident here. I'm not a huge fan of Bumblebee as a Transformer. Yeah, understandable, Mike. I get it. I get being annoyed by it. How do I put this? I get being annoyed by the system. But for me, that doesn't necessarily make me annoyed by the actress. I only get annoyed by the actress when one of two things: either the actress or actor themselves are thoroughly mediocre, or when they're constantly involved in mediocre projects. So that was me, like, that was me with Zendaya for a while. She's been in stuff now where I genuinely go, oh, that was a good film, but for a while, like, anytime I would see her in something, it was just like, cool, here's Zendaya, we're going to give her mediocre dialogue, and everyone's just going to go nuts over the fact that Zendaya is in it. Like, that was my reaction to her in the original, like, the first two Spider-Man films with Tom Holland, and then in the third one, they actually make good use of her. But yeah, so Bumblebee, I don't know, Bumblebee as a character has always kind of been a bit eh. I'm not a huge fan of the way they did him in the movies with the whole, he talks through the radio thing. But I think, and actually, funnily enough, so my nephew has been enjoying, my nephew who is 5, by the way, he's been enjoying the new one on Netflix, Earthspark or whatever it is. And he's been enjoying it in the way that a 5-year-old enjoys Transformers. And I've watched a couple of episodes with him, because he'll be like, Uncle Ando, come watch Transformers with me. And I'll be like, sure thing, but ow. Give me that. I hate those snotty boys. And I actually haven't minded the depictions of Bumblebee in that. I kind of like him as the they've done some stupid things with the plot, but at the same time, I kind of like him as the used to be the youngster and is now the kind of older guy who's having to mentor the youngsters. I think that's a fun take on him. Like he's not old, but it's the was in the same position, but now is having to be a mentor. That's kind of fun. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Chris Pratt's a great example. I'll probably think of the other. Oh, Tom Holland actually is the other one. Also, Sonny and Pete, welcome in. I meant to say hello, but I was too distracted with my rant on Bumblebee. I was like, I made a note of like, Sonny has opinions on Bumblebee. Actually, I want opinions from everyone in chat right now. I need to know what your favorite Transformers are. I want bot reviews. Give me your favorite bots and tell me what your justifications for it are. Because I will see what your bots are. I will judge them fairly and accordingly, and then I'll tell you what my bots are. My list is long and extensive. I like a lot of Transformers, including a lot of very obscure ones. I like that one dude who was in like the background of a Marvel comic. Soundwave. Oh, I got a story about Soundwave and the synth voice. When I was a kid, and by kid I mean like 3 or 4, your boy Ando didn't quite understand that. What? Why did everything go clunk? Oh, it's because I ran over something. Oh, I love that description, Mike. That's the same description that Sin gave. I've actually been meaning to say that I really want to get Sin to watch the 87 Transformers film, just because of the fact that there is so much like Starscream energy in that, and other characters. I really want her review on some of the things that happen, of like, you know, Starscream being a bottom and stuff like that. Hey, I mean, that's a valid reason for liking Bumblebee. Although, if you ever get the chance to look into other Transformers media, check out one of my favorites, Sunstreaker, because he's even more yellow. He's also a dick. Starscream's a what now? Starscream's a bottom. That came from one of my Transformers groups I'm in externally, where someone posted it. They were like, I forced my, well, not forced, but I got my partner, because they just a couple of months ago, like actually probably a couple of weeks ago, they did the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and for that they redubbed with the original voice cast a bunch of the first, I think it's the first 4 episodes of G1, and released it in cinemas. And so one of the people in my group was like, oh yeah, I got my partner to watch it with me. And here's her, as someone who's never watched Transformers before, here's her review of things. And they basically said, Starscream is a twink, Starscream is a bottom, Starscream is what happens when you try and give a bottom power. It was the like stupidest but most accurate review I've ever seen of something something Transformers related. Am I losing shit? Is this? Hang on. It's worn. Am I losing shit? Is that what that clunking noise is? Bullet holes. Fuck. I am losing shit. That's what's going clunk. Can you fucking stop? Alright, patching kit. Yeah. And Boyson, she watched a couple of episodes with Liz and did a similar thing on stream of watched a couple of episodes and reviewed them and was like, yeah, Starscream's absolutely a bottom. And so I've been begging her to watch. There's a particular episode where Starscream teams up with Red Alert, and Red Alert is basically like the Autobot equivalent of Starscream. He's also a bottom who has received too much power. And I keep telling her, watch that episode because it is the brattiest shit on the planet. It's Red Alert being a paranoid nuisance, and Starscream basically feeding into that and being all like, yes, the Autobots are going to betray you. You should trust me. I haven't watched Prime. I haven't watched Transformers Prime. But no, as for me, as for my faves, where can we start with? I like Blitzwing. Blitzwing's a homie. I love me some triple changes. So dude who turns into a tank and a jet, yeah, I'm on board with that. Actually, I should probably eat some food so I do not die. Sunstreaker, I enjoy Sunstreaker. Erector, just for the silly name. Erector has one of the best worst names in the whole franchise. Who else is good? Erector is good. Overlord's a dick. Overlord's a dick, and I love him for it. He's one of the most, like, just fantastic. There you go. Yeah, Erector is a very unfortunately named bot. Best viewers on Get the Fuck Out. See, here I am talking about my favorite bots, and then suddenly it's drawn them in. It's drawn them in. The spam bots have been summoned. Wait, actually, no, I think I can impact hammer this, maybe. I can. That was a little bit of a waste. I should probably just go and inventory full. We go and craft a new pry bar. They think this is a safe space. They were wrong. I will banish their code to the ether. They will not become one with the Matrix. Yeah, Erector is fun. I like Overlord because Overlord's a huge dick. Seriously, like, amazing I'm evil and I know it energy. Phenomenal. Who else do I like? Oh, Six Shot's pretty good. He's the only sextuple change that they've ever made. He changes into 6 different things. Including a gun. Oh yeah, sorry, story that I got distracted from. Welcome to an Ando stream. I bounce around all over the place. So, story about young Ando and Soundwave. So, being small child, I didn't know that Soundwave's voice was the result of Frank Welker using a vocoder. Yeah, Insecticons are pretty cool. Insecticons are pretty cool. I'm trying to remember what are their... I'm trying to remember their names. It's Bombshells, Shrapnel... Have I got another fucking flat tire? You're kidding me. How am I doing this? How am I doing this? Also, what is that? That's a grabby thing that's gonna try and grab me. I ain't got time for this. He grabbed me. Oh, it stole my door. Haul it. Haul it. Give me my door back. Get the fuck out. Six different. Kickback. Yeah, Kickback's one of them, I think. I'm just trying to remember what bugs there. I know Bombshell is a stag beetle, I think. Why is everything not working? I don't like it. Alright, I think that's the thing I need to go and stabilize. I think we're getting out of here. I've fixed many tires in my time. You should have seen, I was trying to warp out of here one time, and I got like two flat tires in the middle of the storm. 2 flat tires, and I lost, and not even flat tires, one of them actually shredded. 2 flat tires, and I lost a all my fuel. So I had to like craft 2 tires right in front of the beacon, and also steal fuel from a nearby broken car. Depends on which continuity noodle. Yeah, Avatar is right. Thank you for actually on my behalf, Avatar. No, so in G1, Insecticons are Decepticons, right? In G1, Insecticons are Decepticons. Beast Wars, which is a continuation of G1, your main factions are the Predacons and the Maximals. Predacons are essentially like descendants of the Decepticons, and Maximals are essentially descendants of the Autobots. Oh shit, it's going down. It's going down. How we for fuel, how we for power. We're good. It's going down, son. It's going down. Oh yeah, I have the new engine in this thing, the Hyperlight engine, or whatever it's called. And yeah, ain't gonna lie, this thing slaps. The mileage, the gas per mileage isn't great, but it's it goes gas. But yeah, technically, I'm pretty sure in the Beast Wars continuum, there are insects on both the Predacon and Maximal side. I'm pretty sure, but I know most of the main ones are Predacons. So Waspinator is a Predacon. Waspinator. And Inferno is also a Predacon. But I'm pretty sure there's at least one insect Maximal. I might be wrong though. Because it's one of those things, like in G1, one of the things in G1, although they eventually did change this, was that all of the original Transformers who could fly were Decepticons. No, they're not a third party. They're not a third party. So the Insecticons are Decepticons, right? Like there's subgroups of all the different factions. So
Good. You're back safe.
yes, good, I'm back safe. So for instance, amongst the Autobots, you have guys like the aerial bots, who are all the Autobots who can turn into planes. Here's Ando's deep dive on Transformers lore. Welcome to the stream. This is not Pacific Drive. This is Ando talking about Transformers. Yeah, so there's different like subgroups within the various factions that more or less is just a gimmick for Hasbro to sell more toys. Oh, you mean my little Godzilla? You go blah, and my wizard. I got my dank wizard up there. I by all means, by all means, distract me with other things. I have a little bee on my bonnet, a bee in my bonnet, and I have this little guy who goes ah. Yeah, he's dank money wizard, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. He loves casting spells. So where to start with this ramble? So, Transformers has a bunch of continuities. Hasbro technically did this thing a couple of years ago where they introduced what they called, I think it was the unified continuity, where they were like, everything is technically canon, it's just different dimensions or occurs within the main timeline or something. They tried to do a thing, kind of like how Zelda has done their whole technically it's history repeating itself thing. Like they did a thing where they're like, this is the timeline. So at least the way I understood it when I was growing up is that G1 Transformers was the OG stuff, and then Beast Wars was the continuity after that, which was, you know, the war ended, the Autobots won because they're the good guys, of course they won. And it's like 1,000 years later, you know, the war is over. The Autobots won. Peace reigns on Cybertron. But the Predacons, who are like the descendants of the Decepticons, are a bit annoyed by that, and some of them, well, and by some of them I mean a very small faction of them, basically try and do time shenanigans to change the past so that they didn't lose. And that's the one where you have various insect bots. It's also kind of confusing because of the fact that you have G1 Megatron, who is not the same as Megatron from Beast Wars. The one from Beast Wars was just like, I really like Megatron, so I'm going to steal his name. Oh yeah, there's shenanigans. And then there's also a bunch of the Japanese series that are not canon to the Western series. But yeah, Beast Wars, they've uploaded all of Beast Wars on YouTube now. So you can watch it for free. I highly recommend it. It's a little bit cheesy. And like the early episodes are a bit rough, and the CGI is very rough because it's mid-90s CGI. But I genuinely think it's actually worth checking out. Some of the later stuff gets very good, in my opinion. Like Dinobot's whole arc. There's a couple of those. So the most recent one they've got on Netflix, which is Earthspark or whatever. He's done that. Hold on, there's a cat on my keyboard. No, I said that right in my keyboard. Oh look, it's Sin. She's in the zone. Anyway, so Megatron's done that in that one. He's also done it in the comics, which was kind of weird. The IDW comics I quite liked, but there was some stuff about it that I was just like, this is weird, and I don't understand how they're fully justifying Megatron being like, I'm a good guy now, but it works, I guess. Because at least they let him still be a badass. He has a couple of moments, and there's also some fun moments where, so in the comics, Megatron goes like, hey, I'm going to be a good guy now, and they send him off on a ship called the Lost Light with a bunch of other dudes to go and do explorer stuff. But there's times where he makes decisions and people actually call him out and be like, hey, you said you were going to be an Autobot. That means there are things you have to do, and you're still thinking like a Decepticon. Because there's a time where they're like, hey, we're gonna escape from this planet. Well, one of the ways of escaping from this planet basically involves setting off nukes to blast us away from the planet. And Megatron's like, great, let's do that. And Perceptor calls him out and he's like, hey, you realize this will kill like all of the organic life on this planet? And Megatron's like, yeah, so what? They're organic life, who cares? And then Hot Rod calls him out and is like, hey, you're supposed to be an Autobot. That means we protect everyone. Like, don't actually, don't nuke the primitive primate species or whatever. That and Megatron going to therapy, which is always funny. In the IDW comics, they actually take it seriously of like Megatron is going to therapy. But in the G1 cartoon, one of my favorite episodes is Galvatron, the successor to Megatron, when he gets rebuilt. He gets sent to the therapy planet, and it's the funniest shit. They send him to the therapy planet, and it's just him being evil and insane and basically untreatable. But it's also really stupid because they send him to the therapy planet. And I've talked about this on stream before, but I'll talk about it again because I fucking love this episode. They send him to the therapy planet, and my tracking is acting up again. Yes, it's the planet devoted to to mental health, basically. They send him to the therapy planet, and they're like, one of our treatments for people who are like insane is we give them like construction therapy, like art therapy, where we get them to like make art of things, and in making art they can, piece their own minds back together. And so, there's a bunch of other aliens and stuff in this therapy room putting things back together. Somehow, I don't know how, but somehow Galvatron, in the therapy room where they're supposed to make things, arts and crafts room, manages to make a laser pistol and just starts fucking like, I started blasting. He just pulls out his laser pistol and starts going like, no one will hold me. Pew, 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 pew. And I'm just like, okay, like, this is the therapy planet. This is the arts and crafts room. How did you make a laser pistol out of the art and craft supplies, but also based? Like, he cannot be fixed, and it's just the funniest shit. And then they do the ultimate sanction on him because they basically go like, oh, he's too far gone. We can't fix him. He's too far gone. So the only thing left to do is like, so apparently the therapy planet is its whole thing is it's a giant it's a giant brain basically. Like the world itself is sentient, and so they're like, the only thing we have left to do is we can hook him up to the planet, and it will like either cure him or it'll like kill him. And they're like, and the Decepticons get a bit upset at this because they're like, hey, like it'll either wipe his mind and he won't be Galvatron anymore. But he's so insane that they hook him up to the planet, and he sends the planet insane. Like he cannot be therapized. Why is my tracking being silly tonight? Why is my... Hang on. Let me fiddle with things. My tracking keeps making me do silly things. It's been doing this all night. Okay. Hopefully that behaves a bit better. Yeah, so they hook him up to the therapy planet, and he's so insane that he sends the therapy planet insane. Which to me is just the funniest shit. Okay, another door. Whoop, why is that door slow-mowing? And like the lesson of the day that the Decepticons learn is like, we liked insane makes Tron better. But yeah, OG Transformers is an incredibly variable show. Some of it's really good, some of it's terrible. I recommend understanding that if you go into it, being like this will be bad. Like this was essentially a show meant to sell toys. But some of it's actually genuinely funny. Oh yeah, and it also, again, like it's an 80s IP as well. Like that's the other thing, where like 80s IPs are kind of notorious for the fact that like they were often made very much on the cheap, just as a hey, like sell the toys. We just got lucky that with some of them in particular, and Transformers is one of these, that the people involved in it were like, hey, we want to actually do a decent job of this. Oh yeah, no, again, I've heard good things about the Fall of Cybertron games. Apparently you can't get them anymore, I don't think, because I know the license ran out. The one I wanted to play and want to get my hands on is Transformers Devastation. It's like a Dynasty Warriors style game, with the G1, and it's all cell shaded, like the aesthetics, like it looks like a comic book. I think they just announced a new Transformers game as well, though. Although it might have apparently there's a I don't know if it's been announced yet, but there's apparently like an MMO or something they're working on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was I'm pretty sure Devastation was by Platinum. But there's an MMO that they're working on or something. But it's all based on not just the G1 designs, but like the G1 toys. Apparently, because Liz sent me a clip, which was the guy showing off the animations on Twitter. So I'm keen to see what they're gonna do with that. But yeah, again, it's a fun IP, and I think there's a lot that can be done with it. If Hasbro could, you know, get off their ass. Because Hasbro being Hasbro, nothing good will come of it. Oh, it wasn't announced to change developers and name. I see. Because I know there were a couple of things that have there's a couple of things that have been in the works that have been, you know, oh, this is happening, and then it never happened. Vaporware. Which is it's always a shame when things. Do you all remember StarCraft Ghost? Am I the only one who remembers StarCraft Ghost? That was supposed to be Blizzard's StarCraft themed first-person shooter that never happened. And for years was like, because they never, for a long time, they never officially cancelled it, so it was vaporware for a long time. Where people would be like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Which is funny how big of a like a waifu Nova has become. Yeah, so if you're familiar with Nova is a StarCraft character. She's a ghost character. So if you don't know StarCraft, ghosts are special operative assassins with psychic powers that were like brainwashed and trained by the Terran Confederacy. Yeah, so Nova was slated to be the main character for StarCraft Ghost. And because that game never happened, like, she became a fan favorite because of her design. So she got announced in like 2005 or whatever with the game. The game never happened. Yeah, exactly. She was kind of a replacement Kerrigan or an alternative. No, she was a psychic. She was and is a psychic, because anyone who's in the Ghost program was a psychic. That was a core part of the Ghost program, was it was weaponizing psychics. And so yeah, Nova was kind of the main character for that. It never happened. And so they eventually repurposed her and used her in StarCraft 2. But she's appeared in so much like Blizzard media, despite never actually yeah, she never actually like really appeared in many games outside of like that brief cameo in StarCraft 2, which is kind of weird. Yeah, no, Kerrigan is special in the sense that she's an incredibly powerful psychic. She's either the most or one of the most powerful recruits in the Ghost program, and ultimately once she became Queen of Blades and all the other stuff that happened, yes, she did become like more powerful than any of them. No, she wasn't inherently special in being psychic. That was the whole point of the Ghost program. It was supposed to be a, like, again, get psychically gifted orphans and turn them into super soldiers. All right, time for some recycling. And the one that's interesting is Kerrigan actually volunteered for the Ghost program, because most people in the Ghost program were basically kidnapped. Yeah, and the other thing with the Ghost program was that participants in the Ghost program had their memories wiped to make sure that they didn't have any ties outside of the program. And Kerrigan actually volunteered for it. Because she wanted to have her memories erased, because she had, shall we say, not a great upbringing. Although she actually did get her memories restored. It wasn't a foolproof thing. And yeah, definitely, that's one of those things that I don't want to say it annoys me about Halo, but it annoys me about Halo fans. Where's the way they talk about Halo sometimes, and it's like, you realize that like the way Earth is run in Halo is not actually good, right? Like, you realize that, you know, the factions in Halo, like the Covenant are bad, but the forces on Earth aren't exactly great either. Whereas a lot of people be like, yeah, Halo, freedom, and I'm like, might want to rethink that one, buddy. But I like some of the storytelling in Halo. I like the thing. Well, exactly. The Spartans weren't made to fight the Covenant in the first place. They were supposed to be like super soldiers in order to put down colonial rebellions. The Transformers Unite MMO. Did that ever actually come out, or was that another one that was stuck in development hell? Well, no, again, it's grey. Where's my off-white? There we go. I think off-white's the one I want. Yeah, it is. Where was I going with this? Halo thoughts. Halo. Oh yeah, the one thing I did like about the Halo lore, was the whole how Spartans, the sign language, how they communicate with each other, and their like whole the smile thing. So I can't do it because I don't have hand tracking, but the way in lore, the way Spartans communicate with each other is through hand signals, because they have fully enclosed helmets, and the hand signal in Spartan terminology for smile is 2 fingers held across the faceplate, and it became the unofficial greeting of Spartans to each other, because it was basically like shorthand for "I'm happy to see you," and that's one of those things I'm kind of disappointed that they never really put it in the games. Because I think, or even in the live action TV show, which from what I've heard is abysmal, but I feel like that's one of those little lore snippets they very easily could have put in there, and had it be like a cool little bit of flavor that other people would have gotten. Yeah, that's from the books, because I remember I can't remember where I got it. Was it, I was on holidays and they had it somewhere at like a local library or something, but yeah, I read one of the Halo books. It was the one where they introduced the Spartan 3s. But there's a whole thing where they talk about the whole, like, Spartan hand signography and stuff like that. But yeah, like, again, that was some cool world building. I liked that. What else? Yeah, but again, it's funny. I know a bit of Halo lore. I'm actually not a huge Halo fan. I've shared this opinion before. People are allowed to disagree with me on this, but not actually. They will not tolerate dissent here. That was on English, Ando. We will not tolerate dissent here. Yeah, I feel like humanity has evolved past the need for Halo. Some people might disagree with me, but I feel like Halo was a great game for when it was introduced for like the early Xbox era. But in terms of actual practicality on a modern system, I feel like the Halo gameplay has become a bit outdated. I keep forgetting I have roof storage. Have I got anything in my roof storage? I don't. Well, that's right. I have QWERTY. I have no idea what QWERTY is. Yeah, and the other thing with Halo is kind of like Warhammer in that a lot of the lore is established in the books. So if you don't read, or it's fleshed out in the books, if you don't read the books, you will never know. It's a duck. Yeah, again, I didn't play Reach. I played 1, so I played all of 1 on PC. I played a bit of ODST. But yeah, never played Reach. I've heard good things, I think. I don't know, like I heard people say Reach was okay, in the sense that like you got to play as a bunch of different Spartans, but no Master Chief. Where was my I had a pearl. I have a dumpster pearl. There it is. Alright, pearl, get in the grinder. You've got me scrap and steel. And some tape and a flare and some glass. Very good. Trunk, pull the lever. There's one Spartan, but there's Spartan. Was that Reach? What was the one with Noble Team? Where it was where you play as like Noble 6 or whatever. Junction restabilizer. I don't have the energy. I need thermosap crystals. I used all my thermosap crystals to make my engine. Advanced Italian limb magnets. Noble Team was reach? Okay. Expanded locker. Parts lockers. Parts lockers. Expanded locker. Sure, why not? I love storage. I love storage space. He says, rapidly filling up all of his storage space. Alright. Alright, here's the plan. It's still unstable. It's still unstable. I don't like that. Yeah, we'll go through C5 and we'll straight shot it. Maybe not. Oh no, it's the only way we can. We can't get there anyway, any other way. I don't like that. I don't like that. What was I thinking of? There was something I was thinking about recently where I was like, this is a game that we need more of. Like, what are franchises that have kind of fallen out of rotation? I mean, yeah, it could be cool. Like, that's one of those things where there's a lot of stuff that happens where it was originally proposed to be like something and then they couldn't get the rights to it, so it went somewhere else. I've heard but never had it confirmed that apparently StarCraft was supposed to be, it was either StarCraft or Warcraft. I think it was StarCraft. It was supposed to be a Warhammer game. They wanted to do a Warhammer RTS, or not, yeah, like a RTS-y sort of thing, but they couldn't get the rights to it, and so they went and kind of made their own thing, but I've never had that confirmed. But there are a couple of things out there that are like, oh yeah, we wanted to do A, but we couldn't get the rights to it, or the rights expired. Oh, what was that game called? What was it called? I remember eventually. There was a game, it was a card game, called Net Runner, I think, or something like that. My brother played it. I was not very good at it. I played him a couple of times, but I was not very good at it. But basically what happened was the license for the setting ran out, because it was a property that was owned by a different company. So the guys who made the game, basically they ran out of license. And they were basically like, hey, we've run out of license on this. But what they did was they kept making the game. Oh, okay. Well, I just blew up my impact hammer. I thought that would give me resources back, but it didn't. No, so what is that they kept making the game, but they said, hey, we're changing the name of the game. We can't sell you these original decks or these original cards. But we've been told by the people who licensed it, like who licensed us the property, that we're allowed to keep the game, right? We can keep the mechanics, we just can't keep the characters and the setting. So what they essentially did was they rebuilt the game in a new setting, similar setting, but they basically built their own one. You know what? I'm gonna replace these. Yeah, they built their own setting for it, and said, we can't sell you the original cards for this anymore. If you have them, they're still legal. You can still use them as a player. And I think they made some like new versions of them that were basically like, this does the same thing but with a different name. And I thought that was kind of cool. Actually, no, I don't think they kept the license. I think it was the company that made it, like, stopped making it, but someone else bought the license off them or something. But yeah, it was basically a, like a... The game still exists under a different name, using the same mechanics. They just can't use the licensed stuff, which I thought was cool. Because a lot of that sort of stuff, when they lose the license, tends to just fall apart. Because that was one of the ones. So Warlord Games in the UK, they make a couple of games, and one of the ones they make is they make the Judge Dredd tabletop game, which is actually pretty cool. And they've been like, yeah, the AD200, where the comics company who make Judge Dredd, they're like, yeah, they're really good to work with. They're really like, they're cool with us to keep making things. You know, we're on good terms. Everything works out. Where am I? Where's my side storage? There we go. So yeah, they've kept making the Judge Dredd game, but the one they had to cancel was the Doctor Who game. So they made the Doctor Who tabletop game for a couple of years. But they said the reason why they discontinued it wasn't because the game was doing poorly or anything. It was just that the BBC, so that anytime they released something, they had to get it approved by the BBC. And apparently they're just notoriously slow at approving anything. Like, you send them the email to be like, hi, here's our new product. We want to get this to market in like 3 months' time. Can you give us the approvals? And then the BBC will get to you on like the last day before it's supposed to come out and be like, yes, we approve this. So apparently the main reason why they cancelled it was just they were like, it's too difficult to manage the license. You want to go to G1 and C5? Yeah, we'll do that. That's the... Oh... What's happened? Why did it only go halfway? 6E. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, there's a tunnel, I see. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain. Headlights. Anna needs headlights so he can see. Yes, that's been Ando's ramble about various different things for tonight. My brain has suddenly vacated itself of any useful information. There is a truck there. I want to see if it's got anything nice in it. Oh, free door. Oh, potato cup. Give me all that scrap. I don't need paint, just give me scrap. That's lights. Alright, now to get back in the car, because it's wet. It's moist out here, and I don't like it. Ah, shit. Do you know what I just realized? I just realized I took all my stuff out of my storage racks, scrapped them, built the new storage racks, and then didn't put my stuff back in my storage racks. Alright. Alright. We ball, I guess. We ball. Your boy is not smart. Your boy is not clever. Your boy does not make sensible life choices. Let's get in the wagon. I was too busy rambling about StarCraft and other things. Which, I mean, I don't really regret rambling about. I love when Twitch chat just like provokes my random torrents of information that I have in my head. Is it? Oh, okay. Wait, it is raining in here. Why are we getting rain effect on the ground inside the tunnel? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that container. I'm mumbling. I'm getting stuck on words. I love the ramble too. It's just that I often say anecdotes that I never get back to. Oh yeah, did I finish the Soundwave one? I can't remember if I did. Oh, clank. Thank God for the armored bumper. So in case I didn't finish the Soundwave one, and at risk of saying it again, so Small Ando did not realize that Soundwave's voice in the original show was Frank Welker using a vocoder, and I just assumed, being a small child, that that was just someone putting on a voice. And so, like, as a small child, one of the things I wanted to do, one of the dreams of Small Ando, was to learn how to do Soundwave's voice. So I always, when as a kid, I always used to be like, how does he do it? How does he make his voice go? Boom, 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 boom? How does he do it like that, parent? And then my father explained to me, he was like, yeah, he's using a vocoder. And I was like, what's that? And they were like, it's a machine that you, like, talk into with a microphone and it changes how your voice sounds. And I was like, shock and surprise. I was surprised Pikachu. Well, it wasn't necessarily dream shattered, but it was like, hey, it was a, you mean I can get a machine to do this? And B, it was a, well, it was a little bit dream shattering in that it's like, I'd been trying to be able to do it, and I kind of loved the idea of just being able to do it on command, like just being able to make that voice. So the idea of needing a machine to do it, because when you're a kid, a machine is always a big and complicated thing. So it's like, I need a whole machine to do that. I can't just keep that in my pocket. Whereas nowadays you can. Nowadays you probably have a program on your phone that you could do it with. Oh, hell yeah, we're going to get a recording. Going to get a recording. I just... The one good thing about rain in this game is that I have the hydro generator, which I've actually found to be incredibly useful, because anywhere where it's raining, you basically just have like infinite battery power. But when it comes to voices, Frank Welker truly is a mad lad. His range of voices is insane. I've heard some very interesting tales about some of the things that he can actually do with his voice. In terms of like apparently when he was working on what was it called? Chili con carne or whatever it was called. And it was something con carne. Apparently, like, yeah, they'd be like, all right, and now we need a sound effect for a chainsaw. And Frank would just be like, no, you don't. And then just would proceed to just make chainsaw noises with his mouth that were, like, incredibly accurate. Like, apparently it was like anytime they needed something, like, he'd just be like, do it. And they'd be like, oh, okay, nah, we got Frank for that.
So that's the history of the Olympic exclusion zone. We know it absolutely existed, and that something blighted the area. Dr. Ophelia Turner was a real person who grew up there, and LIM technology, claimed to be her invention, was the reason the zone was created.
Ah, yes, the podcast.
Facts point to either the pursuit of LIM or the technology itself doing something terrible to the area. Maybe even to the people who stayed behind.
Electro thing, stay away from my car.
Area as the Olympic Peninsula to be lost to the world for the indefinite future. Someone needed to take the fall. The evidence in this corner paints the target square on the martyr part
of this equation. Or did Dr. Ophelia Turner know what she was unleashing upon her homeland? If she did it willingly, then she would have been a monster. But if the government strong-armed her into it, then she would have had no choice but to become a martyr.
Why am I stuck?
To answer that question, we need more
You're
information
stuck.
still.
You're stuck. what I might do is I might go up here, collect that orb, because collecting orbs is a very good thing to do in case I need to warp out at the end. Yum. As I said earlier, oh, truck. As I said earlier, I do love the new engine. It's a bit thirsty, but it goes hard. Door. Bulb. Robob. I love me some bulb. Oh yay, thermosap crystals. I love me some thermosap crystals. I need them to make fancy things. That's what I'm actually struggling to get at the moment is lead platelets. Alright. Gas, gas, gas. I want to step on the gas tonight. Rip Manuel. How did I puncture a tire? That's fine. We can manage for now. We can manage. We'll get to this next location and then I'll build a patch kit. I must have clipped a spike puddle or whatever. Why is there a bunch of electrical dudes here? Oh, is it one of it's a crawling motherfucker, isn't it? Not a wind wall. Hate these things. Do not cease. Cease. Right, retracting to the ground. There we go. Wonk. There we go. Evaded the wind wall. Back on the road. On the road again. Did I find the wonder wall? No. 'Cause after all, you're my goddamn wall. Hey everyone, it's your favorite mediocre streamer, Takameando, and this is Wonderwall. Cause maybe I'm gonna stream on Monday, Tuesday. Cause after all, I'm on twitch.com. Actually, no, it's twitch.tv, isn't it? Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. Wonderwall's one of those things where it's not a bad song. It's just a song that is afflicted by people who are not good playing it. It's like it's the rule of like anyone who picks up a guitar at a party immediately becomes a wanker. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard a good impromptu rendition of Wonderwall. And I've heard several. And I've heard ones where people sing along. And again, the ones where the people sing along are probably the worst. No, Avatar, you can keep the guitar if you want to. We're not at a party. And also remember, this is a safe space, so you're allowed to be a wanker here. Where's that fuel barrel? There's that fuel barrel. Well, actually, do I want to make it? No, I'll get to the orb first, then I'll make a patch kit. But no, like, it's one of those things, I never got why Wonderwall... I mean, look, I'm not a huge ukulele fan, but I'm not anti-ukulele, so you can get a pass on that one, Noodle. But I mean, I would personally, I would save it for the YouTube apology. Because as we all know now, ukuleles are essential for formulating a proper YouTube apology. I still don't know why she decided to use a ukulele for her YouTube apology. I've heard some theories. One of them was the idea was that because it was a musical, you could she could DMCA people for it if people started like reposting it or whatever. Slide whistle apology would be the best. That or what's it called? Theremin apology. Oh, ow. I hate those things. Hate. Hate. Theremin apology. Now, one that I've actually seen is kind of cool. So there's a I was actually gonna get my friend of mine a theremin as a joke. I was gonna get him as a joke present because he's musical and like plays a whole bunch of different instruments. But I found out that this was at the time. This was before I had a stable job and stuff. And I found out that theremins are like $1,000. That they're really expensive. And I was like, oh shit. Like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna get him a theremin as a gag present. But what was I thinking? Instruments, theremins. No, so Casio. I'm pretty sure it was Casio. They used to make a really interesting instrument that was it was a synth. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna fix a bunch of shit. Let me just turn the car off. So they used to make a synth modulator, I guess you could call it. But it was shaped like a guitar, and the idea was that you were supposed to like play it like a guitar because it gave you the inputs of having frets and strings and stuff. It wasn't great for it for a bunch of reasons, because it didn't actually operate like a guitar did, like because you didn't actually have tension string. Well, there was tension on the strings, but because you didn't actually have the same vibration effects or whatever, yeah, it didn't quite work as well. Apparently it was very pixie. Apparently it was very not very pixie. It was very tricky to play right. Short of Pix Electrician's Kit. But I saw a guy on YouTube recently playing, I can't remember what song it was. I think, was it Red Sun Rising? It was something. He was playing something on it. Or was it an anime theme? It was something he was playing on it. But he's a very good guitarist, and so he was able to make it work, and it actually sounded really good. Like, it actually sounded like a synth version of this song, played via this guitar-shaped synth modulator. I need an electrician's kit, which I do not have the wire for. That's okay. We can abide for now. Can I build a ceiling kit? I can. Patch my tire. Can I get some schmooze? Schmooze, please. Schmooze, please. I cannot make schmooze because I don't have chemicals. Boo. Engine's good. Headlight's good. May need to repair my generator. Yeah, I'm aware that there was a couple of like do-it-yourself mini theremins, but even those are kind of expensive. I have a little electronics project that I've never gotten around to doing. I got it for a gift one year. But it's a Dalek voice converter. You run it through a microphone to an amplifier, and you adjust the voltage on it, and it runs off a little 9-volt battery, and it lets you do the Dalek voice. I should figure out a way to hook that up to my stream setup, so I could do the Dalek voice. But yeah, it involved soldering and stuff, and so I never got around to actually building it. Let's go up. We'll go up here, we'll take a right, we'll go to that town, see if we can scrounge some shit to make some more repairs, and then we'll keep on going. But yeah, in terms of songs to sing along at a party, what? Why is that tire? Fuck! I fixed that tire, did I not? What? Bah. Oh god. Okay, gang. Okay, Scooby gang. I think Ando has made a mistake. Ando has severely miscalculated. So Ando's gonna go home. Ando managed to forget all of his things that he needed and is not equipped to complete this run. So Ando's gonna go home. Ando's gonna fix his shit, and Ando is gonna try again. I am not a clever turtle. Oh, that is the wrong road. Donk. Oh yeah, speaking of musical instruments, I had a revelation the other day when I was listening to synthwave, as I often do. But I came to the realization that that saxophone is essentially just a classy kazoo. It's like you took a kazoo and made it formal. Because the sound profile is very similar. It's just that we made one out of brass, so it now actually, you know, sounds like it belongs in an orchestra. Because I was thinking to myself, I love the saxophone they do in synthwave. I love like 80s style, like that really just like really belting into its sax. And we don't get enough of it nowadays. People don't do enough, you know, big saxophone hits.
How'd the zone treat you this time?
Oh, like shit. The zone can fuck off, Oppie. Ando is not having a good time in the zone. Get in the car. Phase through the door and get in the car. Turn off the car, Ando, so you don't poison yourself with carbon monoxide. Right. Take you off. Yeet. I'm not alive. I'm not sentient. I just believe that I am. You know, Ada. I refute any accusations of sentience here. Did all my shit that I had despawn? What happened to all my goop and spare tires and stuff? Steel bumper. Operated engine. Gave me tree candy, gave me chemicals. That's weird. It's never given me tree candy before. did all my shit go? I had a spare... Government yellow paint. I had a spare, spare which... Oh, actually, no, I think this is all my stuff. Well, some of my stuff, at least. What happens if you extend a kazoo and put some finger holes in the extension? Again, probably a, an alto... Not an alto, what's the highest saxophone? Soprano sax, or whatever the straight ones. The ones that look like clarinets, but aren't clarinets. And there's my repair putty. Putty. Repair putty. But I swear I had a spare tire somewhere. Unless, did I actually put it in my stowage, or maybe not? Put it in the boot. No, I swear I had a spare off-road tire somewhere. Oh well, it's putty time. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, yeah. The noise is just satisfying, you know. Repair putty noise. Whoever did the Foley effects for this game did a really good job. Repair putty. What's up with it? Unreliable. You know what? If you're unreliable... Putty. Make me a new hydro generator. Again, I love that there's 100% reclaim in this game. Like, you just scrap something and build it again. Right, I need an off-road tire. I need 2 off-road tires, because I need a spare, because I thought I had a spare, but I clearly don't. Zoom. Alright, let's put this in our storage. Put you in a hand. I swear all my lockers are getting full, and I don't know how, because I swear I never have enough stuff, or I never have the right stuff. Put our jumpers in there. Let's put that in the machine. But I swear I had another note to go in the machine, but that's okay. Put some flares in the boot, because I never use those. Let's build an... we don't need to build a new scrap, we can only build another one. Put that in there. Keep that. Put that one in there. I don't want 2 of them. I want that one. Why does it turn into 1 when I have it in here, but it says it's 2 in when I've got it in here? Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. That can stay. Where was my other tire? I put that on. That's good. Need an electrician's kit. We'll throw the spare in the back. Pretty sure that's not how electricians actually do work in real life, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I think we're good to go this time. Let me just do a system check. What? Back tire? How? How are you flat? How do these keep getting flattened? Sealing kit. Okay, friendly dumpster. What have you got for me? I have woody and electronics. What needs repairs? Ah, right panel. Why not? Well, because, look, I'm not an electrician, so I can't actually explain to you why not, Noodle. It's more just the fact that, like, I don't feel like closing a battery and making a little thing that shoots out sparks actually fixes anything. That's all. Like, at least the mechanics kit where you kind of bonk something with a spanner at least kind of looks close to how mechanics do work. Hang on a second. That sneeze tried to sneak up on me, but I was ready for it. I knew. Fill tank, charge battery. That's it. Pack survival tools. I know. Alright, put gasoline in there. Put gasoline in there. I feel like we've spent more time in the shop than we have out driving tonight. Close that. Kronk, throw the lever. There we go. Alright, now to look at this and be utterly disappointed by how I've messed everything up. Oh, no, I haven't messed everything up. Very good. Let's go E7 to G1, E7, G1, C5. Or not. G1 it is. I think we're good to go. Oh, actually, what I might do is I might throw in some patch kits before I go. I keep forgetting I have roof storage. Alright. Power on. Close the door. Why did the door not close? Power on. Close the door. Don't tell me it's picked up a quirk. Don't tell me it's picked up a quirk. Alright. Hang on, let's turn off the engine real quick. When ability is activated, front left door opens. Okay. Then car. Who's slow? Front left door. And let's go any car door. No. Every car door? Falls off? Closes? Ah. Ah. I have 3 quirks that seem to... I don't fully understand. I don't mind them. I just don't know how I keep accruing them, and some of them are very, like, unusual in the sense of it's stuff where it's like you never notice it. So that one of the every car door closes when I do certain things, it's like I have no idea how to trigger that. This is the same run we tried last time, but we'll just try and do it and not suck this time. But yeah, I certainly like the idea of the, I like the idea of the quirks. I think every action has a certain chance. I also think exposure to anomalies increases chances of picking them up, I believe. Because I have had a couple of quirks that popped up after I was exposed to, like, anomaly, like, storms and stuff. It may have been a coincidence, but I kind of worked on the assumption that, like, if you're exposed to anomalies, it gives you, Ah, I see. I never actually turn on the interior light. No, I've had a couple. Some of them have been mainly things like it just made my headlights flicker and stuff like that. The ones I want to avoid are things like ones that make my battery drain faster and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember some of the more memorable ones I had. They've kind of slipped my mind. Ooh, bulb, circuit board. You know what? Fuck it. Give me everything. Ah, worn out. Okay. Oh, well. No, I remember I had one which was like if I was on an incline, it did something, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was if I was on an no, and I had another one as well, which made my headlights dim every time I turned my steering wheel. So if I turned left or right, my headlights would dip. That one was kind of annoying. I fixed that one pretty quick because I was like, hang on a minute, I know what's going on here. But it was kind of annoying when you're trying to drive through the dark and like avoid things. It's raining sideways. Specifically for turning right. Mine was either direction. Mine was left or right. It was just any slight movement. Yeah, I don't think I've had any windshield wipers. Again, I'm trying to remember because a lot of mine were very mundane. I had a couple that were like doors would open under certain circumstances, things like that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the more memorable ones. Violent voltage. Sounds calamitous. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna make the straight shot through here. I can pick up 2 orbs up there, so that's good. Some violent looking voltage. See, I feel like those mechanics, like this game would be really interesting, or the setup of this game. Like I like, don't get me wrong, I like Pacific Drive. I think it's a cool game. And I think there is a similar game to this that's been announced or has come out. I can't remember. But I think a game similar to this, but with zombies, would be interesting. Particularly for those defects. Like, you know, hey, closing the boot and having the horn sound would not be great if you're trying to avoid zombies. But I also understand that the whole zombie survival genre is woefully overdone. Good old Brum. Run. Brum has been mentioned several times while I've been playing this game. Also, I just realized my radio hasn't been on this entire time. Yeah, there we go. Hang on. Ooh, the radiation. 3.3 rotogen, not great, not terrible. Ooh, the radiation. It's a bit spicy. That's the other one I need more of. I need more lead. I need more lead so I can not get irradiated. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I haven't developed any, like, egregious quirks. Like, I haven't developed, as far as I can tell at least, I haven't developed any quirks that are, like, turning too hard to the left causes your wheels to fall off. You know, like, nothing that's too calamitous. Stop following me. Stop following me, big electrical boy. Do not come near my car. Oh. Okay, we're rolling. Ow. How did I get a flat tire? How do I keep getting flat tires? How is it endless flat tires tonight? Are they just worn out? Is that the problem? Is it because I keep patching them instead of actually replacing them? Yeah, I think some of these are just worn out. I think that's the problem. Fine, I got a repair kit. My tires are more bubblegum than wheel at this point. Alright, electricity, go away now. I don't need no train song. Alright, C5. What have we got? We have extreme conditions. It's okay. We gotta make it through. Acid encountered. Ugh. Damaged the car and drains fuel. Oh, that explains a lot. Oof. I like that guitar. I love me some clean guitar sometimes, just like. Grab fuel evaporation, swift storm. Oh, fuck off. Alright. We are gonna get moving pronto. Noodle, have you tried any of the electric engines, by the way? Because I know one of the engine options is you can swap out the engine in the car entirely and go a fully electric build instead of petrol. Oh, yes, spare tire, I'll take that. Sure. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat where, like, I want to try it out. I just don't have enough battery power to justify it at the moment. So it's kind of like, I'd love to try it, I just don't have the battery power to justify it. Like with my hydro generator, I feel like I could maybe sustain it for a bit, provided that it rains. And yeah, that's fair. Because I get the upside of it, because I think there's another one as well you can get that does the same thing. It like converts electricity into fuel. I don't have a backseat battery. I do have a backseat fuel tank. So my current backseat setup is I have extra fuel tank, and then I have the auto parker, just because managing the brake just got annoying. And I found like having to hop out and like grab stuff. Alright. Storm's coming in. We'll get out of here in a hot minute. Just want to grab this. I remember when I started playing this game and I used to hear that siren and I used to be like, what is that? Oh shit. Well, goodbye to my windscreen wipers. Oh, I've been grabbed. Replacements? That's a good question. I have the hydro generator, which has been doing very well for me because anytime it's been wet, it's just made me absolute bank. Apparently I haven't lost my windshield wipers. I'm sure, like, everyone else saw me go over that jump and lose my windshield wipers, right? Oh, that's a truck. Yeah, I'm liking the hydro. I saw the lightning rod. I haven't seen a lot that justifies the lightning rod. Like, unless it means lightning is more likely to hit you as well. But there's been a lot of stuff where I've seen the lightning rod and just been like, I don't feel like I would ever get hit by lightning. Like, I've never gotten hit by lightning. So unless it includes like electrical enemies, like the zappy boys, I'm kind of like, I don't see the justification. Maybe it is. Oh no, but I think I already had the wipers on. Like, when I went over the jump, I saw my wiper blades physically come off the car. I mean, I think I'll need to test it. I think the lightning rod could be really good if it negated the electricity damage. If it was like, hey, oh no, I didn't want to hit that. If it was like, hey, you don't take electricity damage and instead you get power out of this, I'd be like, great. But if I'm still getting damaged for it in exchange for electricity, no thanks. Donk donk. Yeah, I'm just getting the hell out of Dodge. I have an amount of orbs, and that's okay. Across the old wall. Lightning rod to help me bring life to the monster. It's alive! Junction A9, old wall. So I've got the limb thingamajig. I'm probably gonna need to install that. It's in the boot. But yeah, extended fuel tanks have been really handy. And the hydro generator's also been really useful. I did have some side rack lights at one point, but I never got any use out of those. Like, they just didn't... I never got to use them. The other thing I learned, which I did have installed previously, but I took it off for this mission, is the limb pulse emitter. Putting that on your rear bumper is a much better idea than putting it on your front bumper. Because I found when it was on the front bumper, it tended to, like, get wrecked a lot. But when it's on the back, it doesn't actually collide with anything. Well, unless you reverse into it, but... Radiation levels. Reach the first crossing. Where am I?
You're not the first to try crossing the old walls if the anomalies moved in. But we'll make sure you're the first to survive.
Ooh.
Two things to keep in mind. First, to get through the old wall, there are 5 crossing points. You need to induce the electrical grid the entire way by driving the car close enough and fast enough along the conductors. You'll see them as you go. Once you jumpstart the grid, Tobias will route the mid-zone power your way, but no induction, no power, no crossing. Second, watch your battery gauge. You will live or die by that thing. Got it? Good. Start by connecting the power grid at the first crossing point. The controls will be up in the observation tower.
What is this? Devil grinder. Okay. Note to self, stay the fuck away from that. Why is everything out here evil? Oh, is this my first taste of corrupted limb energy? Door stuck. Give me that corruption. I crave it. Whoop. I got yoked. Yeah, I got that purple power. Got that tang in me. I don't like this. I don't like any of this. How are my tires? Tires are good. I'll go and do the induction shit soon. I've just got to... I want to... Oh, actually, no, I've got... Oh, that's more corrupted energy. I'll go get more corrupted energy. I hope I'm not being tempted and getting overly greedy, but... Ooh. It's one of those things where I figure I'll get it while I'm here. So I wanted to have enough to make sure I could teleport out if I need to, but... Running a little low on fuel, but it's okay. I got backup. I got 2 spare cans in my trunk. Should be enough for now. I can probably salvage some out of places in the meantime. That is a wall. Oh, do I need to be on the other side of the wall? I do. Oh, fuel tank. Please refrain from making horrible growling noises. Anomalous material. Okay, gas it up. Yeah, 40k maybe. Ghostbuster also maybe. Ghostbusters is a weird one. I have problems with the Ghostbusters IP because of the fact that, like, they did make a Ghostbusters IP. It's kind of like, well, it depends. From what I've seen, the game has not been amazingly well managed, but it was basically, Phasmophobia, but with guns. It's Phasmophobia, but it's like, once you figure out what ghost it is, then you can, like, do your ghost catching sort of thing. 40k maybe-ish. I don't know, I feel like 40k to a certain extent is too action focused. Like, you wouldn't be able to just do the whole wandering around thing. I think Mad Max or something like that could work with this similar of a mechanic. Although, to be fair, before Dark Tide happened, there was one that I remember some people were saying they wanted to see, which would be like a Imperial Guardsman game, like players a regular human in the 40k universe, and the plot of it is it's like, this is the planet where we lost, right? Like, this is the planet where the Imperium of Man lost, and you are like one of the last survivors. Like, you're just like a random Mook Guardsman. You're one of the last survivors. like it's just you having to survive in the ruins of this planet against, you know, whatever destroyed the planet, whether it be chaos or orcs or tyrannids or whatever, and make it like a survival game where, like, again, the point of the game is, you know, you are just a little dude with a las gun with half a charge and, you know, a couple of combat rations sort of thing. Like, make it a very survival kind of game. But then they gave us Dark Tide, and a lot of people were like, yeah, close enough. You get to play as guardsmen or Ogrons. Close enough. I was saying this, was it last stream or the stream before? I was saying the one I genuinely want to see is, give me like a third-person adventure game like Monster Hunter or Dark Souls. Are these the things she was talking about? Flip the power switch in the... Okay, to turn it on. Okay. Yeah, I'd like a third-person adventure game like Dark Souls or something. Maybe not Dark Souls in terms of difficulty, but like in terms of like that style of gameplay, and set that in the Age of Sigmar setting. Because Age of Sigmar hasn't had any really successful games yet. They tried an RTS and it didn't work. That came out this year and didn't get very good reviews. Because I think the setting, the way Age of Sigmar plays and the way the armies are designed, isn't actually well suited to a an RTS. But I think having like a Stormcast Eternal or even just a random dude, like a random human or something running around and, like, you know, hey, you go to this place and, oh look, there's orcs and you gotta fight the orcs, and oh look, there's the orc boss, you have to like fight him and it's a boss fight, and then you go to this place and oh look, there's, you know, Idoneth Deepkin, or there's you know, Gits, or there's something, you know, something from the setting there, because Age of Sigmar is very hero based. Like it's very hero based, very big monster based. Like there's still basic infantry and stuff, but because there's a lot of these bigger units, you can have those boss fights where it's like, cool, you are fighting. What? Why did I get another stream alert? What nonsense is this? So how does this work? Why did I get a second ping? All right. I don't know. What do I do? What do I... Oh, I think I'm supposed to have the Limb Pulse shield equipped. Well, I don't. Let's see if we survive. Because Ando is fucking stupid and doesn't have the thing that you're supposed to have equipped because they didn't tell me to. Am I managing to make this without a limb pulse emitter? I think I fucking am.
Tobias, how's the power routing?
Well, the neighbors are complaining about the flickering lights, but I told them to light some candles instead time.
Francis?
Levels are good, holding steady. Circuit complete. Keep it up, driver.
We did it. I
It's an
think.
interference device. The power supply is wavering.
I'm working on it. A local battery farm is putting up a fuss. She hasn't been taxed like this in a while, but I'm easing her into it. Don't worry.
Oh, Ando did a silly. Ando did a very silly. Ando forgot to install the limb pulse emitter. Ando is very silly.
Battery farms 1 through 3 are reporting total power drain. They're spent.
How long to recharge?
Could take up to a day.
No, I got this.
Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Are we winning? Are we winning, son? Ooh. I should have paid more attention.
Oh, shit.
Total power loss on stations 9 through 15.
I'm on it. Oh, shit.
Get that power back up. The gate at the final crossing point won't open without it.
I'm rerouting power from battery farm 6.
Oop.
Easy.
No, I've died.
Blow out your control
I did a
center.
silly.
Too little and the entire array's going down. We have no choice.
I did a silly. Ando has done a silly. Oh dear. Whoops.
Oh, boy, it's hairy out there. How good spent. Why don't you spin your wheels a while so she can recharge?
Oof. Well, she's a little worked over, shall we say. Yeah, she ain't looking so hot. Oozing with great taste. Anomaly extracts, FDA approved. Alright, I think we're gonna do a little bit of repairing and then we're gonna call it. Because I stuffed up. I forgot about the limb emitter. I forgot about it completely. Because they didn't prompt me. I think that's one thing this game does a little bit funny sometimes, is some of the mission prompts are a bit weird. Oh, have I lost my limb shield too? Because it was like craft a limb shield and then put it in your storage. Like if you equipped it on the car, it didn't work. Like it didn't trigger the mission prompt. So it would have been great if they were like, hey, equip your limb shield before proceeding. But yeah, I done goofed. That's on Ando. On the upside, I at least have enough, like, supplies to generally fix most things, which is good. Yeah, it's looking good. We kept some of our stuff, at least. Kind of annoyed that I lost my limb pulse shield. Limb shield. God damn it. I need to go and get thermosap crystals. That's really annoying. I might have to do that off stream. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it there. It is what it is. All right, let's. Yeah, fuck it. We'll save. Anyway, let's go and find someone to raid. Let's go and find something to do. Could raid the Sin. We could raid Lord Stink's only sleeping. I hate it when people do that. I mean, well, I don't hate it, but it annoys me when I'm like, oh, someone's on. It's like, no, they sleepy. They sleepy. Yes. I think it is time for cat raid. We'll be hanging out with Sin tomorrow over at Liz's channel. So we'll be playing Monster Prom again. So feel free to come and see us do that. I'm sure it will be a time of great shenanigans once again. But anyway, let's go see the cat. We will be back next week. Oh yeah, well, obviously Friday, tomorrow, Liz's channel. But we'll be back next week. Maybe more Mon Hun, I don't know. We'll be doing lots of things. I got lots of things on my roster. I got this, I got Mon Hun, I got Crab, I got other stuff I need to do. But anyway, I'm gonna send you over there. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I really need to get an intro screen. But anyway, I'm a launch you at the blue cat. She's in her pixel model, which is great. Nekohai made that. So I'm gonna send you over there. Bye.